Hey guys, today I thought I would do a tutorial over a trick called the color change. It is a intermediate trick. It is what originally got me out of the beginner state of card tricks and just magic altogether. Just because it is such an amazing effect. It is very visual. The magic happens in the spectator's hands. It's just, to me, an amazing trick. It got me out, like I said, out of the whole beginner state of cards. So what you're going to want to do, well, what I'm going to do anyway, for right now, is I'm going to do an actual performance demonstration, and then I will do the tutorial. So, what I want you to do is I want you to take note of every card, okay? The faces, if it's a face card, the suits, the letters or numbers, whatever it is, even the design on the very back of the card. This is a regular bicycle, red bicycle deck. The color of it, the design, everything matters in this trick, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shell off about a third to a fourth of the cards here, and I'm just gonna start shelling them off one at a time now. Now I want you to stop me at any card that just feels right to you. Okay, so it can be any card at all. It can be a face card, it can be an ace, it can be anything. Ace of diamonds? Perfect. Okay, so is that your final choice? You can, I can keep going. Keep going? Okay. So we're going to go a few more, just until you want to say stop. Stop, Joker. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and cover them up. Now what I want you to do is just hold out your hands, and since you're not here, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now I just want you to cover it up, and I want you to squeeze as hard as you can. Put as much pressure on that deck as you can. Now flip your hands over, and without taking your hands off, remember the color of the deck. It was red, correct? Yes. Okay. Now move your hands. It seems as if the entire deck has now turned blue. There doesn't seem to be any red cards whatsoever anymore. As if just you have turned all but... seems like there's one card in there that's different than the others. Hold on. Could it be that this is your Joker? Let's see. Yes, that is your Joker, correct? Now, of course, the rest of the cards are going to be all blue. Okay? So, now, of course, that I have one card that doesn't match the rest of them, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to give a little rub, get the ink on there. It is now blue like the rest of the deck. There is not one single red card in that deck. Okay, so that was a demonstration. Like I said, that is a very visual trick that happens in the spectator's hands. And to do this trick, you do need to know how to do stuff like the biddle grip and the double lift. If you do not know how, I do not at the time have any tutorials on that. I will at some point, but right now I don't, so I recommend like Disturb Reality with Jarek 120 or just some other cardistry / card trick YouTube channel. Disturb Reality, by the way, is where I first learned this trick. It is called the color change. It is a Chris Angel trick, and to do it you will need a gimmick card. I hate doing gimmick cards because it just destroys the cards. You know, you pay money for the cards, you don't want to really destroy them, but every now and then you just have to because the trick's amazing. For this gimmick, you're going to need two cards, a red card and a blue card. And you're just going to glue those together face to face, so that way you have one side that's blue, one side that's red. Okay? So, in reality, the entire deck is blue. There are 54 blue cards in here, plus one red and blue card. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep that on top and you're going to put it in a box. If you're using a blue deck, you're going to want to put the red side face up in a red box, and vice versa. If you're using a red deck, you're going to want to put the blue card on top in a blue box. So what you're going to do is you're going to open these out without flashing the blue, so you're not going to want to do that. You're just going to kind of want to keep them squared and just kind of go through the fact that you want them to memorize this, because if you don't, 9 times out of 10, they will not remember this color, and they're just going to kind of sit there like, what? So make sure that they get this color, like I said. Like what I did is I just kind of made sure that you looked at the design, and then you just kind of incorporated the color in your head. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get it into a left-handed middle grip. If you don't know how to do that, I will go ahead and teach it. It's your middle and ring finger and your thumb. That's the only fingers you need. You'll put your middle and ring finger on the top left corner of the deck with the deck facing up, and your thumb on the bottom left, okay? Just like that. And then your pinky and your index finger just kind of floating around. Yeah, okay. So now what you're going to want to do is just kind of do like a Pac-Man kind of deal, you know? With your thumb, you're just going to want to peel off about a fourth of the cards, third to a fourth of the cards, without flashing the bottom of that deck. You can flash the bottom of this because, of course, that is a red deck, and you want to flash that. I didn't do that in the demonstration. I don't know why. But that's something that you really want to do, because as you're going through these, you're going to want to kind of flip them over and be like, okay, do you like that card? So that way they just kind of get the red card in their head. That this, to them, it is going to be a red deck, but in reality it is not. So you're going to start by peeling off one card at a time, just saying, okay, I want you to tell me when to stop at a card that just kind of speaks to you, a really good card for you. King of Hearts, are you sure? You can go wherever you want, and of course you can keep going, but for this case I am not. You will take this red card and you will lay it on top of that King of Hearts. Okay, so now, if you were to go through this, their card will be right on top of that red card. See? It's right there. Okay, so you're going to close that up, and without flipping over, you're going to tell them to stick their hands out and cover the deck up. Okay? And then you're going to tell them, like, you know, either kind of rub it or put a lot of pressure on it, whatever. You will then turn the deck over, or they will do it, just however you want to do this. And the deck will be blue. You can kind of, like, build that up, make it really kind of a magical moment for the spectators. And then you'll get the deck back from them, and you'll just kind of go through the cards and like, well, it looks like you have turned all my cards blue. There's now, as far as I can see, no red cards in here. Of course there is, and you know that, but you gotta kind of act like you don't know that. You're just gonna go through here until you see that one, and you're like, wait, what? How? Hold on. Could this be your King of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, whatever it was? And in this case, their card is right there, okay? It's the King of Hearts, it's right there on the top of this. So what you're gonna do, you're going to get to that card, and you can either just pull it out, you can do some kind of fancy, you know, just twist it out or whatever. And you're going to kind of balance those cards, that card, on those four fingers. You will then take the double-sided card, the gimmick card, lay it on top, and square it up. And while you're squaring it up, you're going to get a pinky break, just by pulling those two cards over your pinky and keeping the fleshy part of your pinky in there. You will get the break. So that way you can do a double lift. And a double lift is essentially turning over two cards as one, okay? So you're going to do that, you're just going to pull it up and flip it over. And their card will be on top. You can go through the rest of these. They're all blue. You'll then take the deck that has all the cards that you've already shown and lay it on top, because you don't want them to see that red card. You're just going to do that. And from now on, it's just acting. All you got to do is just say, okay, well now that we got one card that doesn't match, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to get some of that blue ink on here, and we're going to make it match. So now, all the cards are blue. Like I said, that is an intermediate trick. It's an awesome trick. I love doing it. It's just one of my personally one of my favorite tricks. So thank you guys. Remember to comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you want to do. This is, I think, my second video. I'm just kind of trying out YouTube. I've been doing card tricks for like a year or two now, and I'm just trying to kind of build it up. So, thanks for watching.